your face. Best team ever.
Alright, got another episode here. I think we're at the 71st episode. It's the weekly rant with Jimmy, sitting alongside none other than Johnny O'Connell. Played the Chargers theme song to start the show off because last year during fantasy football, the only player you had on your fantasy football team was Peyton Manning. That wasn't from the Chargers. Your whole team was the San Diego Chargers.
All right, I would say that's extreme, but I would say about 80% of my players were Chargers.
So that would leave you
correct.
at like two players that weren't the Chargers.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Did you watch this video? By the way, this was San Diego Superchargers by Captain QB and the Big Boys. Yeah. Oh, that's what I should have done. Captain
I
QB
just
and
heard
the Big Boys.
You know, I had a life-changing experience about a year ago when I went to
This
San
should be
Diego,
interesting.
and actually ran into the Chargers cheerleaders, Charger girls, while they were coming out of the stadium, middle of the summer, and they were finishing their dance routine, and they came up to me and they could not stop telling me how cool my haircut was, and I said, "That's it, girls. I'm drafting all Chargers this year." And then, long story short, who won the West Division this past season? Tell the folks who.
Let's start with who started 0-6.
Me. It was me. Hey.
Wait, did you finish 0-6 or 0-5?
I started out 0-5-2. I started out 0-5. Then I got 2 ties. So I'm like, all right, that's half a win.
So you finished 6-5-2.
I finished with 6 wins. My last game, the last game to win the division, I won by a point. So the very last week,
did you beat me?
I tied you. I tied the crap out of you.
Yeah.
That was a blowout tie. But I just want to say, everyone else that was in the Western Division last year, I forgot how to lose the second half, apparently. So, I don't know. You guys should be looking forward to getting your ass kicked all year this year.
And there it is. By the way, I'm going to leave the rant for you, so...
Thank you. I've got something in store.
Leave it at that.
That was just a teaser.
That
was just a teaser. You just wait. I'm saving something good for the end.
Anyway, so yeah, tonight, I think it's the 71st, 72nd show, something like that. Oh, by the way, we'll do that. So if you haven't noticed, I'm kind of a big deal.
Well, what are you, an anchorman in San Diego?
So I've been writing for, let's jump through the rundown real quick. Couple of things we'll go over is we'll go over some of the newspapers that I was just in recently. I'll tell you what they were for. The Yankees and how they've been slumping, which is not good. You want to pick up on one of those?
Do you want to talk about the Yankees?
No, we're not going to talk about them. We go back and forth. I've been doing this 71 times. I say the rundown.
And in no way is that depressing. We've been coming to the same party for 12 years, and in no way is that depressing.
Other topics, the Mets going to be surging, as they are. Geno, we'll talk about Geno Smith and the Jets. Wow. The PGA tournament, that starts tomorrow. Tomorrow, Whistling Straits in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Jarrett Stoll is the new Ranger. We'll talk about Brian
They're
Sabatello.
channeling their inner Theo Fleury with that signing.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, or the Ryan Malone.
Yeah.
Talk about Brian Sabatello, who just got traded from the Long Island Ducks to the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. And then we're going to finish off with, not the Jimmy's rant, but we're going to finish off with the Johnny's rant. We'll call it that.
Woo!
Yeah. Johnny's
Taking over this whole country.
Johnny's Charger rant. You're charging.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a spectacle.
All right. Anyways,
stay tuned, folks.
So yeah, I was in. I don't even know if you don't read.
I read plenty.
Yeah.
I just picked up. I happened to be in Smithtown and picked up a copy of the Smithtown Messenger the other day. I was impressed about the well-written, methodical article about the Bridgeport All-Star Game class, whatever it is, in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and I couldn't put it down.
Well, that's good, because that paper actually came
out
last month.
I needed extra toilet paper, too, so...
That paper actually came out last month. The most recent one was actually about Brian Sabatello and doing a profile on him, and he just got traded. Out of left field. No pun intended, he's their left fielder. But, out of left field, he just got traded to the Bridgeport Bluefish for Brian Burrows. Sean Burrows. Sean Burrows. So yeah, go down to the Bethpage ballpark and watch him play. First game he had a home run, so that's cool.
You know, and a lot of people on Long Island also, we all know growing up on Long Island how there's always, going to a Long Island Ducks game, it's right around the corner, it's really cheap, and they actually have a really nice stadium for a team that's, like, not a AAA or a professional, they're not the Yankees, but you know what I mean? It's actually really fun going there. I haven't gone to a game in a while, but
They just picked up
it's
JC Romero.
always, and it's funny also, because the last time I went to the game, I could have sworn I was seeing, like, guys that were just in the MLB like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they all come in, and they all get picked back up again. They all go right back to the majors afterwards, which is really, really cool. Actually, that stadium is built and designed identically to the one in Bridgeport. It's the same owner.
And they're both really nice because I saw the pictures online.
They're gorgeous. Great food too. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So that's that. The Yankees, they freaking suck, dude. They're only a half game up on Toronto. Toronto.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
They're a good organization.
Only a half game up on Toronto now. They just had their 9th or 10th straight win last night. I don't know what's going on, but everybody is slumping on the team. I don't think anybody should panic just yet. It's just not gonna happen because the entire AL sucks. So even if the Yankees happen to lose the division, they're just gonna jump right into first place for the wild card anyways, or second place at that. So there's no problems there. It's just Severino pitched last night. Actually, he got rocked in the beginning. I was at the first game last week that he pitched. He was the first player in MLB history as a rookie to start his first game and have 7 strikeouts or more, which I think he finished at 8, and less than 2 hits, or 2 hits or less.
Well, the thing about the Yankees is the way that I look at it is...
Well, you see, the thing about business, what was it? What did he say from Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison? See, the thing about ethics.
Oh, yeah.
Is, it's
blah, blah, blah.
It's a funny thing. You see. All right, go ahead.
The Yankees, going into the year, if I really like the Yankees, actually, believe it or not, I know they've had a rough past couple days. I would actually be thrilled right now if I really like the Yankees. If you look at the bigger picture, which is they started this year knowing that Teixeira was coming off a terrible year, so you thought you were going to get nothing there. A-Rod was coming back and sucked before getting suspended, so you thought you were going to get nothing there. And you've got all these old players who, they grabbed Beltran and some of these other guys, Young, after the Mets got rid of Young and stuff. They get all these guys, and then if you would have said, all right, you got like a month and a half left of the season, and you're right up there for the division, I would be like, oh, that's awesome. And think about it too, that their starting pitching is like shoddy at best. They're 2 aces, technically. You're supposed to be Tanaka and Pineda, who both started out pretty good, but they've had plenty starts where they've looked like crap halfway through the 4th inning. Yeah, so you know what? I actually really like Girardi as a manager because I think Girardi gets the most out of guys, and I really think that they are what they are, which is they've always been a streaky team. There's some games when they were in Texas, they can score 19 runs in an inning or whatever they did, and then there's going to be other games where they score 3 runs in 6 games or something like that, and they're just so streaky like that. So they've been like that for the past few years,
Yeah, well, first of all, baseball manager, I think, is the most overrated position in any sport that there is. I don't care for a baseball manager whatsoever. But McCann did homer, and they're winning 1-0 over the Cleveland. If the Yankees do actually happen to drop out of first tonight, which is likely, if they lose to Cleveland, it's likely going to happen because Toronto's playing Oakland. They'll have a 2.5 game lead on the Angels, pending on the Angels. Oh no, the Angels don't play tonight. Is it the 12th?
Yeah.
Oh, they do play tonight. Yeah, at 8:00 right now. Depending on what happens, basically the Yankees will be up at least 2 games on the Angels for the wild card. So again, they're going to be fine. I'm not worried about that whatsoever right now. But like you just said, yeah, no one knew they were going to get a Teixeira. The guy's going to hit. 35 home runs at this pace, if not even more.
Think about
almost 40 home
think
runs.
about this. Think about where they would be now, standings wise, if they didn't get all those contributions from guys they basically expected nothing from. They'd be in like
everybody
last
wants
place.
actually to see from.
Yeah, exactly.
Even McCann.
I would take this if I really like the Yankees this year. I would take it as go back to the beginning of the year. There was pretty much mediocre expectations, and I would just be like, hey, you know what? The pitching's doing all that it can, and we're a streaky hitting team, so you know what? Whatever happens, happens. This isn't like it's like 99 or 2000 where you're expecting them to win 120 games or some crap, you know?
Oh, yeah. So that's the Yankees. I mean, it's very difficult to watch them right now. They really are struggling a lot, and their pitching especially, even with CC. CC only had a couple of good games of late, and by of late I mean the past 4
And you know,
5
everyone
games.
criticizes them for having Sabathia still start, but who else do they have? You know, other than Tanaka and Pineda, you know, Sabathia is basically the only guy there who, you know, I wouldn't trust any of the other guys. I barely even trust Tanaka and Pineda sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it's funny. Nathan Eovaldi,
who has like the highest ERA ever,
I know,
but still has
has the best record in all of baseball. Eovaldi is, let's see, he is 11-2 with a 4.2
Yeah.
ERA. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. That's Yankees baseball. Because you know what? That's the thing.
That's exactly-
Before they were slumping, that's what they were doing. They were hitting home runs with McCann, Teixeira, A-Rod. These guys were bombing out shots. They were hitting grand slams. They were getting runs in. They were scoring 6, 7, 8, 9 runs a game. You look what they did against Texas. They had 22 runs in one game. Same thing that they had against Boston. Boston, the second game, they blew them out as well. You know, the Yankees can score. And when I say can score, it's not like Mets baseball, where they're 34 and, 34-2, and they score more than 4 runs. Other than that, they lose every game. But that's Mets baseball, is that they don't score runs.
I was actually really surprised, talking about the Mets, I was really surprised, actually, that they did anything at all at the trading deadline, because I was pretty sure that when the trade fell through for
It's 2-0 Mets.
who was the guy that was crying in the trade? And
That was,
Who were they trading for? Some guy on the Brewers. Gomez on the Brewers.
Yeah, they're trying to get Gomez on the
I was
Brewers.
pretty sure that when that trade didn't go through, because I know, you know how the Mets operate, basically, that they would be like at the trading deadline, oh, we tried, but you know, that trade didn't happen. I was really surprised that they went out and got Cespedes.
That was Wilmer Flores.
Yeah, who's just a rental for them. The guy's no
Cespedes,
way.
He's not coming back next year.
No way to
It
the
doesn't
Mets,
matter.
no.
The Mets can win the.
But I was
Mets can win
actually-
the World Series, and he is not coming back to the
I
Mets.
was really surprised that the Mets went ahead and made that move, and they got some closer guy. They actually made some moves.
I'm not surprised
at the
they
trade
have
deadline
they have the best
because
pitching in baseball.
no, but I
They
am
have
surprised. I'm surprised that their hierarchy actually did something to
Well,
to not just save a dollar.
They lost nothing on the deal. They lost absolutely nothing on the deal. They gave up 2 stupid prospects who don't give a shit about them, and it is what it is. And next thing you know, like I said, it's a rental. That's it.
Yeah.
He ain't coming back. So I think it was a great move on the Mets' part.
And the Mets, they've been struggling so much to score runs and stuff like that. They've been a little bit better lately, and now that they've been playing
8-2
better,
in the last 10. You know,
they've been. I actually feel like ever since the trading deadline that this actually might be their year, because especially at least to win the division, because Washington is struggling so much. They're just a team that I don't even think likes each other. Like I don't even. There's a kind of group of guys.
Their year to do what?
Their year to at least win the division and in the playoffs, like the base. I would say any sport except the NBA, where the seeds usually the higher seed always wins. In the NHL, football and baseball, just get in and then anything could happen. And no one's gonna have better pitching than the Mets. No one.
See, the thing is, right now, the Mets are in a great position with the series that they're in, because right now they're playing Colorado, who is the bottom feeders of all of baseball. You have the Brewers and the Phillies, who are right there with them. Otherwise, the Rockies are top 3, 4 worst teams in baseball. And what's happening with that is the Nationals are playing the Dodgers, who are one of the more dominant teams. I hate to say dominant. I don't want to say, because no team is dominant other than the Cardinals. And even that can be a little sketchy at most, because all of baseball sucks in itself, so how dominant are they? But the point is that Washington actually has a very meaningful series against the Dodgers, who are a good team, and the Mets can really skate by sweeping Colorado, and if they do, that's going to help them because right now they got a 2.5 game lead on the Nationals. You know? And you're right.
That's what I was saying.
This could possibly be. Funny to say this. This could be where the Mets could pull away. But then again, the Mets are late right now. Usually they start collapsing at the All-Star break, and now they're starting to surge. They're playing much better.
And Washington, who's really their threat to actually also win that division, like I said, I think they're a team that just basically, I don't even think they have good team chemistry at all.
No,
I mean,
they don't.
They're one of those teams, you know those teams that happens every year in sports where they have such high expectations going into the season, and then halfway through they're not as good as they thought they were, and they play like they don't even like each other, that they don't even want to be there. That's Washington right there. That's how the Dallas Cowboys are half the time.
Yeah, and the whole thing with them also is that the Nationals, you can't. Baseball is not like basketball or even hockey in the sense that one player can win it all for a team.
Yeah.
You don't get that in baseball. Although at the same time, baseball is not even a team sport. So you got to put all those together and make it. You can't have one player to win it all, but it's not a team sport. But Strasburg did come back recently, and Strasburg's got to be dominant on his day that he comes out there in the rotation. He's got to do something. He really does, because those got to be guaranteed lock wins to the team. Otherwise, they really have nothing else, the Nationals, because you have Bryce Harper, who's being Bryce Harper. But then you have Worth, who is right now worthless. He's not playing so well. He's not doing anything for the team. And that's what's killing it right there, because you got your back-to-back lineup right there with Worth and Harper, and that's not working. It's funny. I did want some sort of intro for this. Let me see if I can get something here actually, because this is always fun to talk about. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Excellent. See if we can get one pretty quickly.
This is going to get a lot of use on draft night.
Let's see. Wait for it. At some point. Yeah, they suck.
Notice what I'm doing?
I didn't catch that. So Geno Smith. Effing hilarious. I'm sorry, this is great. It doesn't stop. First, you go from Sheldon Richardson driving 143 miles an hour.
Is that bad?
No, not at all. Nor was it bad that he had a 12-year-old kid in the car, or that he had marijuana in the car, or it smelled like marijuana, and he had a handgun in the car. But the handgun was registered, so it's okay. Anyways, none of that's bad, apparently. But Geno Smith gets sucker punched in the face, and it's hilarious. He gets sucker punched in the face by a guy I cannot pronounce his damn name, and it's over $600. Is it IK or IK?
I don't even know. When I first saw it at the bottom, I thought that was some position.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
I was like, infield kicker?
Yeah, inside kicker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Inside guard, kicker.
And Papali. Vince Papali. And them... Anyway, some Samoan basically just sucker punched this guy, Geno Smith. Look at his face. So stupid. Anyways, punched him over $600. Apparently, what happened was this Kapali guy apparently bought Geno Smith $600 in airfare
plane ticket
to go to his camp. And from what I'm reading, Geno Smith's friend of some sort had passed away in the wake or funeral. It was the same weekend.
Yeah, motorcycle accident.
Okay, yeah. So he says, I'll pay it back. I'll get you back for the ticket. Apparently he wants ticket money like now and can't wait. So he just sucker punches him when he apparently puts his hands in his face, or
you know what?
A little heated exchange of words.
This is the classic example of actually both guys effing up.
Yeah.
Because if I'm Geno Smith and I agree to come into that camp and I can't make it and I have a valid reason, like, oh, someone I know just died and something like that, I'm going to go ahead and go with the, stay with my family and stuff like that. But when I come back and I'm in training camp I'm going to be like, hey, this is what happened. I'm gonna get you. I'll give you the money back if it's really bothering you.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll definitely be there next
Why is he
year.
badgering him? I mean,
And the
first
other
of all,
guy,
let the
yeah.
guy breathe. You know, give him a couple of weeks. He's trying to get his head on. A friend of his just passed away. Let it go. Are you really? I'm sorry. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe he only makes your veteran
The minimum, yeah,
which
yeah.
is what?
Well, yeah, that is
You know,
the
like $400,000.
yeah, that is.
Okay, but isn't that money at least all guaranteed?
I think
to
what
the guy?
happened. I think what happened though is that maybe you know how it's like sometimes it's almost like if you were that guy and let's say you were the guy that Geno Smith kind of snubbed a little bit,
Yeah.
and Geno Smith came up to you and be like, hey, listen, look, I know I couldn't have made it. This is what happened, but I'll give you the money back. You would almost be like, oh, don't even worry about it, bro. Like you know,
like take your time, whatever.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it
exactly. Like, don't even. But I think maybe what happened. This is why I said that Geno Smith is at fault. Also, I think that, and what I heard from some of the reports is that Geno Smith kind of gave the guy an attitude a little bit, like almost like, oh, I don't owe you anything or something like that. Where, like I told you, both guys messed up. Like you. Like, if you're Geno Smith, you got to be a little bit more like, oh, all right, I got you. And then if you're the other guy, you got to be a little bit more like, hey, like, don't worry about it. Like, you know, whenever you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's both guys acting stupid.
No, I'm sure. Hey, and there you go.
Hey.
But in a related story. Oh, by the way, another quarterback issue they had on the field was Cam Newton.
And
Oh,
guys,
actually, no. Here's the newest one. Did you hear this one? When the Texans had a joint scrimmage with the Washington Redskins, Pierre Garcon and J.J. Watt apparently just got into it today.
oh yeah,
Yeah, today. He goes over to him, calling J.J. Watt an F-boy, walking over to him. And then afterwards, him and oh, God, I forget who J.J. Watt was talking to, like Cousins or Kutcher, something. The two of them were talking together, and they were saying, I can't believe he actually got in your face like that. And he says, yeah, I know. I was trying to tell him, dude, you're, 120 pounds soaking wet versus a lineman? You know, a defensive lineman? He will rip his head off.
I'm tired in general of hearing about these training camp fights. It happens like 4 or 5 times every year, and it's just the stupidest crap. Like, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
I really think it's.
They're all a bunch of thugs, is what they are. I'm sorry, and it's so true. It's like, dude, put all your damn egos aside. Screw the whole Hard Knocks crap. Go out there and practice. What are you gonna fight for? What is the freaking point? Save that crap to game day, and then see if you really want to fight or if you want to get suspended. What are you gonna do it now for? And risk an injury, risk a suspension?
Like the
Why?
minute
For
now,
what?
the minute now that I'm watching ESPN or whatever, and I see breaking news, and it says there's been a fight at the Pittsburgh
the
Steelers
Eagles,
camp.
yeah.
I immediately
Bench is
say,
clear.
yeah, I immediately change the channel because who could care? Like, who cares
Yeah.
less? You know,
It's
like.
stupid. It really is. But we do have some fantasy football to talk about.
No one takes Blaine Gabbert. Oh, I have some advice for the guys in our league, actually. Yeah.
What is
Well, hey guys,
Gabbert.
everyone in our league.
don't do your rant.
No,
now.
I'm not going to. I just wanted to give some solid advice because I want these. I don't want to beat everyone too
I think
badly.
you just save the advice and
Yeah.
combine it with the rant.
All right.
Just blow up completely.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so fantasy football league. Actually, we still have one spot open. Which I think my cousin might take that spot. So I gotta talk
Or
to him.
Grace Mazzio, maybe.
No, not happening. So, anyways,
We could, that could be a guarantee win for everyone every week.
yeah, no, that's gonna screw everybody over.
Yeah.
We had that once.
What do we got so
You were
far?
in the league actually a couple of years ago.
I wanna
we
make sure-
had one kid who had no clue what he was doing and just ruined the whole freaking thing. I wanted,
Oh, really?
I wanted to kill him. But anyway, so
I want us to be in the same division
well
somehow.
That,
Was it picked randomly? Or?
No. If you get here early enough, and when you log into the league, if you get in right away, you'll be in my division.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so yeah, our fantasy football league actually
Woo!
the draft is a 29.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
I
Be
don't
there,
think
be
anybody
there,
cares
or
about
be
it.
square.
I don't think anybody cares about our league. But you want Super Bowl picks.
I kind of care.
You want Super Bowl picks. That's what you said before the show.
I thought we could come up with our final four of what we think might happen here. Why don't we just say who we're thinking is going to win each division too while we're at
I'm
it?
going to pull this up right now. Let me just see here.
Because I've got some strong opinions about that.
All right. So I gotta find a place to permanently write this down. Let's just write that right here.
Okay. Okay.
C, and then just J. Oh, okay. So, and then SB. Super Bowl. All right, so running in a list here. Let's go to the AFC East. Bills, Jets, Patriots, Dolphins. We'll go back and forth. I'll tell you my pick first, and if you want an explanation, I'll give it to you. I think whoever's going to win who is going to win the AFC East. It's a reason why I'm wearing this jersey. I honestly think the Bills are going to win the AFC East.
Absolutely not.
Boom.
I think it's going to be New England again, and it's probably going to be them again for the next 20 years until Brady retires, and that's my reasoning for that.
So that's the reason for that. That's fun.
I don't even care if Brady's suspended.
These picks are going to change once, literally, game one.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen the rest of training camp. You don't know what's going to happen in preseason, who's going to get injured. But the Bills' running game, obviously McCoy, great. Now you got Rex Ryan in there. Awesome. The problem with the Bills is that they don't have a quarterback. That's one of the
is that it? Is that an important position, or is that like left out?
Kind of.
You tell me.
But they do have Sammy Watkins, who's
going to throw the ball to that guy?
I don't know. I will.
The backup custodian.
I'm going to go up there and do it.
Because right now at this point, their quarterback is a backup custodian.
It's going to come down to the Bills and the Patriots, and what I think could possibly help is the fact that the Bills play the Patriots without Tom Brady. That's going to help because do you think the Jets going to be better than the Bills?
They might be. I actually think that in second place is going to be Miami, and I think the Jets and Buffalo are going to be kind of tied for that's just I don't know.
I got Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Jets. I think the Jets going to be lucky if they get 5 wins this year. All right, so the AFC North, you get the Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals. I think it's a runaway. I think the Steelers are going to take this one. Steelers have the #1 easiest schedule in all of football this year. So I think they're going to take that one.
That's funny because I actually think Pittsburgh is going to have a terrible year this year.
But they have the easiest schedule in football.
Well, but that changes. That's all based on every year in football. There's 5 really good teams that sucked the year before.
Yeah.
So I actually think that Cincinnati is going to win this one.
Wow.
And
with Dalton?
Well, I don't know. I mean...
yeah, think about that one.
Well, Dalton's better than whoever Buffalo has.
It's got nothing to do with it, though. They're not playing each other this year like they are, but they're not playing
Cincinnati, who, funny enough, I occasionally take a player from that team. They're okay. Yeah. They've got a really good defense. They've got a couple good running backs, wide receivers.
Yeah,
that's basically you just tell Dalton, hey, don't mess it up.
Don't screw it up for us.
So they're one of my teams that I usually like.
Ducks put up 6 runs in the 4th inning, lead it 10-1. Huge. All right, so you have the Bengals. Great. AFC South, you got Titans, Jaguars, Colts, and Texans. I got the Colts in this one. I think it's going to be a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's the easiest decision ever.
All right, you got that there. Now let's go to the AFC West. Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs. The Raiders might as well be out of the NFL.
Yeah.
The Chiefs... No. I don't
they're like a 500 team, I think.
I'm just going to do this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I'll tell you why.
I'm actually going with the Broncos on this one. So I honestly do, yeah. Well, you got Peyton there.
Yeah. I think that, and I'm not just saying this because possibly I'm a fan, is that I think the Chargers this year are going to take that division. If you look at the past couple games from Manning's been struggling, especially those last couple postseason games and stuff. And the Chargers have a very underrated defense, and they've got a good quarterback, Rivers. So, I really did. I'm not just saying it. I think they are going to win the division this year because I think Denver's going to be a wild card team.
Okay, you done?
Yep.
Okay, good. So now we move along to the NFC East. You got the Giants, Redskins, Eagles, Cowboys. I would love to be a homer in this one and say the Giants, but I can't. I don't think the Cowboys are going to win it. I really just don't. I don't see that happen. I don't know.
I think.
I gotta go. I'm sorry. I gotta go with Dallas, and I hate myself for doing it. I really do. I hate myself. I'm a Giants fan, but.
All right, I'm going with Philly.
You're going with Philly. Okay.
I think that actually they've now that they've got that new coach there, Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
I like the
What are they
offense.
going to do with Tim Tebow? He's come out saying that he's going to play a lot in our system. What are they going to do with him?
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with that.
Who's going to be their quarterback? Bradford,
Yeah.
Sanchez. Who the hell is going to?
They run a system where, I won a game in fantasy last year where Mark Sanchez threw 4 touchdowns to their fill-in-the-blank, no-name wide receivers. I won a fantasy game off of those wide receivers. And so their offense they have the kind of offense where whoever you plug in, they're probably going to do pretty good numbers. So I think the Giants are actually going to have a terrible year. I think they're going to win like 4 games this year. I think they're going to have a really. I think they might even fire Coughlin, and I'm not just saying that because I hate the Giants. I think they're going to have a terrible year.
I think Coughlin's got a job for life. I think he's got a job
You're
for
probably correct, but I really think that they're going to have a terrible year. I think Philly this year is going to win maybe like 10 or 11 games and win the division.
Okay. NFC
just
North,
like I did.
NFC North: Bears, Vikings, Packers, Lions. Just like I did last division, I'll tell you the teams that are not going to be there. One is going to be the Bears. I don't care about the new offensive coordinator. I don't care at the fact that they just picked up what's-his-face as the new head coach, John Fox.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's not going to happen. The Bears ain't going to do it. I wish they would. I like the Bears. It's just because I like Chicago in general. The Vikings, also, sorry, not going to happen. I don't care how good Teddy Bridgewater is expected to have a great season and, all day is finally back. Doesn't mean anything to me. The Vikings might be there close with who I think is going to finish second, the Lions. I think the Packers are going to take this one.
I think this is the year that Detroit actually wins the division and it beats Green Bay. And, they in the past couple of years, it's like one year their offense is good, their defense sucks. The next year, it's vice versa. I actually think that they're going to have a good year this year. I think Stafford's going to have a good year. And I think they're going to beat the Packers in the division because the other 2 teams suck. And the Packers, I think the Packers are going to have... not a great. I think they're going to be like 9-7 this year, and I think Detroit's going to be like 10-6. So I actually think Detroit's going to win the division.
Next one, NFC South. Falcons, Buccaneers. No. Good job, Matty Ice. I'll see you later. Not going to happen. Not to mention, by the way, Matt Forte with the Bears too. I still don't care. Not going to happen. Buccaneers. I'm curious to actually see and watch what's the D-bag's name? Who eats crabs?
Winston.
Jameis Winston. Or steals crabs. I kind of want. Maybe he has crabs too. I don't know. I'm interested to see what he's gonna do. The Saints are just on a downslide. I think they really are. Breeze is. He's not. Yes. All right. So is it last year or a year before he still managed to throw for 4,000 yards?
Breeze is basically on the back 9.
Yeah. I mean, you know what they do year in and year out. And you caught that there. Year in, year out.
Is this the CFL?
Exactly, yeah.
Good organization.
Canadian accent there. They can't play on the road. Plain and simple. They suck on the road. It is what it is. They're great at home. Dome team, what are you going to do? I got the Panthers running. Maybe not running with this one. The Panthers definitely winning this division, though.
I definitely agree. Carolina is definitely... I think they're going to win this division by, like, a few games. Like, okay. I like them a lot this year.
Then finally we have the Rams, Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals, NFC South. The best thing about the Rams for the Giants is that Spagnuolo is not there anymore. He's back with the Giants as their defensive coordinator. Rams out. 49ers, I think, also out. Cardinals, no, I don't think so. I think it's going to be Seattle again. But I don't think Seattle's going to really run away with this one. I think it's going to be close, actually, with Seattle and Arizona. But I think it's going to be Seattle.
I definitely agree. The 49ers, I think, are going to be terrible. St. Louis, they're getting better. They've actually got a pretty good defense. And Arizona is a pretty decent team. I think they maybe be like
they have
a
one
500.
of the best defenses in the
yeah,
league.
they do. Actually, all the teams in that division have a good defense.
You got Peterson back there, who's one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
It's going to be Seattle, but I don't think it's going to be that by that much because Arizona is probably going to be close enough where they'll get a wild card.
Yeah, definitely. Let's just go from each conference. Who it's going to be for the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be the Colts. And I'm gonna
Who are they going to beat, though, to get there? Pick your last 2.
Who are they going to beat to get there?
Yeah. Let's pick our final four, sort of.
Oh, Final Four. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the Colts will beat. No one from the East. I don't think that's gonna happen. I might have to say the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Colts and yeah, I'm gonna go Colts and Steelers. And my Super Bowl champion
And
We'll
this
be
year's been
determined.
San Fran.
will be determined. All right. So who do you got?
I've got in the AFC. I think it's going to come. I really think. I'm not just saying this. I really think the Chargers are going to have a really good year this year, and I think they're going to be hosting the AFC Championship against New England, and I think they're going to beat New England in the AFC Championship this year.
I zoned you out for a minute. What? I really did. I forgot. I heard New England. Who?
New England is going to lose to San Diego in the AFC Championship. Write it down. It's going to
Wow.
happen.
SD. New England. So you have San Diego.
Yep.
I have the Colts.
Then for the NFC, I think that. What do you think?
For the NFC, I'm going to go with. It's hard to go against the Packers. I see no one from the NFC South. I don't believe anybody from the NFC West is going to go. So it's going to. Oh, God, that's terrible. I'm going to say it. I'm going to have to go with Dallas in the pack.
All right.
Dallas, Green Bay, and I got Green Bay.
Okay.
I got Green
So
Bay.
you got a Green Bay, Indy.
Yep.
I think that it's going to come down to Carolina being at Seattle and Seattle going back again.
3 years in a row.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I think.
So you got Seattle and San Diego, and you got Seattle winning that.
Yep.
You got Seattle winning the Super Bowl.
No.
You have San Diego winning the Super
Yes. This
Wow.
is the year. It's going to be Seattle's going to lose it again this year.
Bowl. And I have Indy Super Bowl.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, that's interesting. That happened. I can't believe I said Dallas is going to go that far. Whatever. Anyways, that's that. I have nothing for golf. I don't know if there's any like.
It's in Wisconsin. End of.
No. I know, like maybe golf music of some sort. What could we possibly play?
No, we don't need.
the BBC
No
golf classic
music.
theme.
No, wait. No music. Let's just talk like this on the ninth green. She's bringing out a sand putter.
So
Whatever
who
that
do you
is.
think's gonna win the
What?
PGA Championship?
Well, she woke up yesterday feeling a little tired and having a drink of coffee, so that means that Rory McIlroy's gonna come in second place. What?
So who's gonna win the championship?
I mean, do they really have to whisper even when they're?
Yeah, aren't they in like a booth like
I
a mile,
know.
a mile away? I don't get it. Hold on, aren't
Yeah.
there guys in the crowd actually clapping when they freaking get a damn shot in, but the guys still whispering back there?
This is what I think about the PGA tournament this weekend. I just love getting the hole guy. Whoever you are, there's a few of you on every hole. Yeah, keep it up.
I don't think there's a. I can look. I don't think there's a PGA Championship theme song, but you got this.
Oh, okay.
And so here we are, back at Augusta's Tee. We're here at the 14th green right now, as we watch Tiger from down the way tee off. Let's go to the beginning. Let's go to the entrance of this beautiful, beautiful park here in Georgia. Okay, you know what? We're gonna stop that.
Aw.
I'm gonna watch this though. You think Spieth is gonna do it? Third major.
Well,
He finished just one shot back in
yeah.
the playoff in the last one.
I would actually that would be my pick if I was gonna make a pick. I'd be like, hey, why not? This guy's
Yeah.
playing better than anyone. I don't trust Rory McIlroy at
No.
all.
He
Nah.
says he's 100%. That's not gonna happen. I look at a couple of guys who I'd like to see in this one. I like Justin Rose in this one. I like Dustin Johnson. I like Jason Day. Those are a couple of other guys I like.
Why
to
is
see.
it? It seems like other than Spieth that there's
Maybe
just.
even Ricky Fowler too.
I think that there's like Fowler, Johnson. There's a couple of these
There's-
other. There's a couple of these other guys that everyone knows, but it seems like every time on a Sunday when they're in the top 5, they shoot the worst round of their life. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, there's a couple of I want to show you this right here. There's actually a couple of great pairings that I saw. Yeah, here's the first 2 rounds PGA Championship. This one, Jordan Spieth, Zach Johnson, and Rory McIlroy. That is a hell of a first 2 rounds right there. Another one is, these are your top 5 going from 5 down. You got Sergio Garcia, Bill Haas, and Luis Oosthuizen. I don't care about that one. I hate Garcia, first of all.
oh yeah,
He's a little bitch. 4, I don't know why they call this one a great one, because you got Tiger Woods, Keegan Bradley, Martin Kamer. I understand, yeah, Keegan Bradley, Martin Kamer, great, but who cares about Tiger Woods anymore? I know the golf world does, because he's Tiger freaking Woods. Okay,
well,
great.
yeah, that's
and he actually
just
did.
it.
He did play well his last tournament.
Yeah.
Number 3, you got Adam Scott, Henrik Stenson, and Brooks Koepka. How do you say his damn name? But Adam Scott was a former number 1. Who cares? So yeah, he won the 2013 Masters. Second one, this is the one I really like a lot. Also, is Jason Day, Dustin Johnson, Ricky Fowler. Those are the 3 guys I actually named. That's going to be tough. Then your number 1 is going to be Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, and Zach Johnson. So those 2 groups right there, I think, are phenomenal. The problem is that, those first 2 days, I think the first 2 days are going to be covered on like the Golf Channel or something.
Oh.
It sucks because with these 2 groups right here, these 6 phenomenal golfers, you want to see this type of a pairing on Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going to draw most of the viewers.
Yeah.
That's a shame. I got
I think
Spieth.
Spieth's
I got Spieth in this one. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, Whistling Straits,
Why not?
Wisconsin. So, that's that. Jarrett Stoll. Jarrett mother effing Stoll. You catching that? What was he arrested for or charged with before the charges were dropped? Cocaine or
Ecstasy,
heroin?
both at the same time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Ecstasy and cocaine.
That's the crap you see in the NFL.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what we need to
Wrong
talk about?
locker room.
Hang on. You know we need to talk about what's going on with Chicago and Patrick Kane. That is a messed up situation right there.
Yeah.
With his
That's not
with
good.
his rape case. And the problem with that, aside the fact that that also belongs in the NFL, is this is not the first run-in with the law he's had. He's had tons of trouble when he was in Buffalo. He was actually in Sky Bar, which is a bar I like. It's above this one bar called McFadden. Not McFadden's. Darcy McGee's. Darcy McGee's, which is managed by the coach of the Buffalo Finians, who I cover. It's managed by him, Connor Hawkins. Anyway, so Sky Bar up top. Actually, Sky Bar is, remember the guy Antonio Grazzi who's done a couple of shows with me?
Yeah.
He actually is also one of the bouncers on the side for some side work and everything. He bounced for Sky Bar. Anyways, apparently when he was leaving out, one of the managers of Sky Bar saw that him and this girl, they were both all over each other. And it makes you wonder, is he lying? Because apparently the bar can actually get in a lot of legal trouble. They have a law in the state of New York. If a bartender feels an occupant is or a patron is intoxicated, they can stop serving. They need to stop serving alcohol to them. It's a legal right that they have to abide by. And apparently, the management came out saying, even seeing on cameras, they were all over each other. They were fine, and the 2 of them were having a good time. Basically trying to keep any negative comments on the bar, on his staff, on himself, away completely. And putting it back solely on Patrick Kane. Now, the whole incident here stems down to he also did just get a lawyer, which makes you wonder. Is he doing this just because protection reasons? Or is he doing it because maybe he knows he's guilty of something here? It's not a bold move, it's a smart move.
Yeah.
But then it also comes down to, okay, now is the woman who's involved in this, and this is not a disrespectful statement at all. I really don't mean it this way. It may come off this way, but she hooked up with a superstar in the NHL. Is she making those claims that he scratched her and he bit her just so that she can get money from him? Is she putting herself in that type of a position? Or did Patrick Kane actually go through with this and, without the consent of having sex and everything? And it's a really messy situation for both the Blackhawks, for Patrick Kane, for the NHL, for the city of Buffalo where he lives.
Well, I think
Grand Island, I think it is.
what you said about getting a lawyer, I mean, once you hear and there's news reports that there's stuff coming out about you, I mean, that doesn't mean, oh crap, this guy might be guilty. I mean, that's just the automatic thing to do. Like, I need a lawyer for whether this is going somewhere or not, you know?
Yeah.
So I would definitely say, I mean, that has nothing to do with it, but I think it actually, it brings up that something I've always thought, which is just not even just for someone who's famous or in general. That's one of those crimes or potential crimes where it's basically, it's not so cut and dry. It could be possibly a gray area of, was this really like consensual or did some sort of crime happen here? And just in society in general, I think that's always been something I've always been curious about, how they even completely find that out unless it's completely obvious,
But jumping back now to Jarrett Stoll, yeah, the Rangers just made a better situation of their face-off woes. Jarrett Stoll signing a two-time Stanley Cup winner. Right, they won the Cup twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, two-time Stanley Cup winner. Jarrett Stoll, the center for the Los Angeles Kings. They picked him up via free agency when he was dropped by the Kings after all of this drug charges and all this crap that he was getting himself involved in. It's like we just said before. It's your Theo Fleury, it's your Ryan Malone, it's those cases all over again. And it's not. First of all, it's not even like the Rangers to sign people that get in trouble. But then again, it's not like really much any NHLers do get in trouble. You look at the two most recent ones, aside from Patrick Kane, it would be Jarrett Stoll, and you're looking at Slava Voinov, both from the LA Kings. And Voinov is now not playing for the Kings. His contract was terminated.
Yeah.
And he's facing, I believe it's like 90 days of prison time plus 8 hours. This is the weirdest thing. He's only getting 8 hours of community service. Really? What? And then
Why
he's got
bother?
then he has 3 years of counseling. It's really, really weird.
You know what?
Sentence that he got
For the Rangers, I think that it's low risk, high reward for them because they signed the guy for basically the league minimum. They needed going
I
into.
don't know where they got that money from though. They only had $250,000 left. I don't know where they got the 1 year 800.
They
unless
probably
they're paying the
cut
taxes on it.
someone. I don't even.
Yeah, they must have
some
done
no
something.
name guy who's.
I guess.
They got a brand name player who's has a good pedigree of winning basically, and obviously the guy's got some issues and stuff like that. But you bring the guy in basically, and you say, hey, this guy's got some talent. From the playoffs last year, we definitely needed help on face-offs and at the center position. And
Everywhere,
this guy's
yeah.
pretty big. The guy's a pretty big guy also, which they needed some size. So it's low risk, high reward for them. If it works out, then awesome. If it's not halfway through the year, it's not working out,
It
you
comes
cut
down
the
to
guy, and that's the end of it.
The thing I want to know
They
is
didn't mortgage their franchise just for this one guy.
I want to know what exactly he's going to bring to the table. Seriously, you can speculate all you want, but let's call it what it is. The guy got how to run it with the law, and it is what it is. He's trying to rebound here, but still, he's a veteran. He's a seasoned vet. He's not young anymore. But now you're looking at the Rangers could possibly have top 20, 3 of the top 20 centers in the league. And Brassard, who's probably at the bottom there, and then you also have Stoll and you have Derek Stepan, maybe top 25. Because I don't think any of them are really that good. They all suck at the face-off except for Stoll. But I do like Brassard, actually. I got to say, he did live up to his contract when he got that $5.5 million 6-year contract or some crazy-ass numbers like that. I think they're actually, all in all, pretty much the same players. So if they can all... And granted, he only did get 17 points in 73 games lately. But if they can all perform on the same level, then you got to realize you're actually not losing anything on your 1, 2, and 3 lines. You're going to have the same level center. So that can really benefit the Rangers. That's it, though. I don't know what else they're going to do. I hope they shoot the puck this year. We'll see how that works.
They've always from last year. They really needed help on face-offs. There you go. I mean, that's face-offs. It's not talked about a lot, but it is a very important part of hockey, especially when you're in your own defensive zone, especially when you're killing a power play.
Yep.
That's really, really valuable.
And the problem is that the Rangers,
Why not,
because the Rangers never shoot, the only opportunity they would get is when they're in the offensive zone, and now a face-off starts, guess what? The Rangers lose every single offensive face-off. A defensive face-off in a defensive zone is one thing because the Rangers do have one of the best goalies in the NHL, and Henrik Lundqvist. They also do have one of the best blocking teams in the NHL. So losing a face-off in your defensive zone is terrible on paper, but in reality for the Rangers, it's not the worst thing. I think it's actually worse if you lose an offensive zone face-off for the Rangers, simply because A, they don't get the puck into the offensive zone ever, and B, when they do, they don't ever shoot the puck, and that's a problem. So I think right there, when they get into the zone, they need to win those offensive zone faceoffs. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Let's jump over here. I'm going to do this actually because we're going to jump into the rant now, but I'm going to give you, bless you. I don't know what this is, but let's use this as your song for the rant. Let it play for a couple seconds here.
Okay.
Let's see what it is.
Sounds like a winning team. It's 1985.
Apparently, I don't know what this is. I don't know if they ever say San Diego Chargers in this. This is another, apparently, San Diego Supercharger song.
Oh, there we go.
This is another
Is
version.
it Christmas morning? Is this Christmas music?
Alright, so here's your Chargers theme song-ish. We'll let it play a little bit more as you talk a little bit louder, so.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to get into the Chargers, but before I said what I wanted to say about last year and this year, I just wanted to talk with everyone in our league about some good players. And I wanted to give other guys some good advice.
They're not watching. Go ahead.
And I thought that, at quarterback, I think that Blaine Gabbert would be a good pick for any of you guys. And, of course, at tight end, Aaron Hernandez might be available. So,
but don't take Eric Ebron.
Yeah.
He's mine.
So, also, let's see, will be some other good picks for you guys. Plaxico Burress at wide receiver, anyone would pick that guy up. So if you guys in our league are listening now, those are, you might as well pick those guys. That would be a smart pick. But now, I'm going to talk about just something I've been wanting to talk about for a while now.
Just don't drop the F-bomb. Go ahead.
It was about a year ago where I was at an apartment in Hauppauge, New York. Oh.
Wait. No. If you're going to tell a story, I got the greatest music for your story. Here, this is it, right here. The Masters theme song.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to tell you folks about something that happened just about a year ago. About this time a year ago, I was at an apartment, a one-bedroom, nice apartment in Hauppauge, New York. It was fantasy football draft night, and everyone was in town. We were all having a good time together. Everyone had their computers or their little laptops out, doing their thing. And I told the guys about my life-changing experience in San Diego, and the cheerleaders, and how they all complimented me and pet my hair. And they laughed. And I told them, hey, you know what? I'm going to try something different this year. I'm going to take most of my guys from the Chargers. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And round by round we went. And I took Charger after Charger. I did what was right. I did what needed to be done. Other people laughed. They said, oh, your team's going to stink. Well, fast forward 5 weeks. They weren't that wrong. I was 0-5. I was 0-5, and I called this very talk show. And you know who was sitting right here? Good Stat, a.k.a. Caitlyn Jenner, because you both wear a dress. I called, and Caitlyn Jenner, Good Stat, was here and told me that my team stinked, and there was no way I would win the division or even make the playoffs at all. And I went to go ahead and tied my next 2 games. I was 0-5-2. Things were still looking bad. And then it all clicked. All the Chargers started playing good, and one by one, I won, and then I won again, and I won 6 games in a row. I won the last game by a point to win the West Division. And I would take that over anything. I would take coming back from the dead like that over winning the whole thing. because the entire time, I just want everyone to know from my division, the entire time I was beating you, I knew that every single one of you was looking at your laptop saying, how the hell is this happening? That's the guy who took everyone from the Chargers and I didn't even win a game till week 8 and I won my division. And you know what? Hey, Burton, I saw your little comment on the post about the fantasy football this year. Don't poke the bear. I'm the bear. You're going down this year. You got that? I'm going to win it all. I'm winning my division. And you know what? Even if I start out bad again, don't go to sleep on me. I can stand me in the back just like I did last year. I'm going to win it this year just like the Chargers. Ah! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I will be there on draft night, and I might tell you guys once or twice or 600 times about just what happened last year, and you laugh at me again for taking the Chargers, you're going to hear about this. Give me that bell.
Okay.
You don't mess with me, you don't mess with the Chargers.
Anyways, yeah, in the 72 episodes of this show, I gotta say, I think that was the best rant. That was definitely the best rant. We will close back with this stupid great 70s song of the Chargers.
It's Christmas music. It's holy.
Anyways, that's a 72nd show. Could be the 71st, might even be the 73rd. Whatever it was, you just watched one
Whatever
of those
it was,
shows.
It was pretty great.
It was awesome.
Informative.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. So we have a fantasy draft on August 29th. Let you know how that goes. We'll be back definitely on next Tuesday. You won't. I will.
I'm not getting paid enough to be here again.
So that's that again next Tuesday, 8 o'clock. We'll be back for Johnny O over here. This is
In your face, everyone else.
This is me. I'll see you guys next week.
Woo! Chargers!